the statement alone, NDC planning to kill journalist I threatened. That alone, that statement, that word there, it should get this idiot out of parliament. Do you know that? For him to even say, NDC is planning to kill a journalist he threatened, you know, it shows clearly, say, he doesn't even need to be in parliament. So you have admitted that you threatened the journalist. A member of parliament, somebody who has been in government for 21 years, somebody who knows the consequences of such statement, somebody who has done it before for a journalist to be shot. From your own statement, from the way you made people go after Ahmed Swale, somebody who is a prime suspect in such a case, you do the same thing again and admit publicly that you threatened another journalist. And we sit in Ghana and we are talking about values. We sit in Ghana and we are going after gays. We sit in Ghana and we are saying that this person's name sounds this way. So whatever the person would do, we don't care. We are foolish people. Now, the bloggers in America, the bloggers in UK, the bloggers in Massachusetts, Bronx, wherever, say a congressman in America, say, do you think your congressman or your mayor will still be in office? Moi, mose mucho brofwa kesiye bako school America. Ye NG America grata because ye bese ye di school na yesu and ye kwa Ghana ko di position. Kennedy, myself going to intro. Do you know Kennedy is one of the most daft MPs in parliament? When was the last time you heard Kennedy sit down to analyze the state of the nation in terms of, we're talking about the finance, like the finance minister comes to give us the report or whatever. Have you ever heard Kennedy make analysis, break issues down, break it down for the ordinary Ghanaian down there to understand? He does not understand. Well, bon Jimmy no debate politics, so he knows nothing. This guy is just a bastard walking in Ghana, intimidating people, using the little money he has stolen from the same people to intimidate them. When Kennedy was coming into politics, what did he have? Where is sorry no kasa te okay say on filing the taxes near Henry. He can't. He's a thief. Can Kennedy Agyapong walk to GRA and file his taxes and declare his asset? He can't, because every single thing that he owns is a criminal. It was a criminal way. He earned everything, or he was able to acquire everything through criminality. This guy cannot sit on TV and tell us what he had before he came to parliament and what he has now. So it shows how stupid we are, because yet not Ghana, we just listen to people's bluff. We just listen to nonsense people say on radio. And it's in the Oba Ghana today in Koto. You can follow Nkoto on Facebook, NKOTO. He was saying something very important. I was watching him. So where's Tedia? Those so-called industrious people, businessmen in Ghana, how many can be a radio? How many can be a TV? It's simple, because that is what they are going to use to defend their friends who are politicians, so that they could take care of them. That is why today, Obitu Biel and say a businessman being to your taxes, now the whole country is going down. So it is basically that's what they do. Oh, be a radio, be a TV, be a most of us scatter place in ya. So when they want somebody to come to power, they tweak the truth. So what's the deal? All these people who are the so-called I want to be rich people in Ghana, Muwiska. All these people, they have radio or TV. It is there as a shield to defend themselves and defend criminals. In Toko Sempa, you could see that the agenda is clear. When you go to Joy News, the agenda is clear. When you go to Inshra, the agenda is clear. When you go to Net2, agenda. So the agenda is just there. So Kennedy like this, or a daft, he cannot sit, break things down, read, understand. And so all that he does is, me want Net2, that is where I can go and fool myself with that buffoon sitting there. When he goes there, or another kotre pomponi say kotre one slimy guy is usu bempa yeah on also to I see a body diana yeah chema suffer be blessing manewu into omo to wasa na Jimmy for me and three foolish men who come age bomber is over 100 years no mu Jimmy omo ho I didn't try say your platform. That is why when the NPP came to power, the first thing they did was to shut down Radio Good, because that was going to be the spine to diffuse their nonsense. Kokumase Chema won't be a radio, will be a TV. So you see where they are heading. It is all about set up a radio and a TV to protect the criminals, to defend their stupidity. Do you think, said John Dramani Mahama money NDC for no, they did not have money to open radio stations and control the airwaves and monopolize the news? No, because he had clear-cut intentions to lead Ghana. It was during John Mahama's time now, and MPP radio stations were more powerful. What is it during NDC time? And Agyapong, ABB, Ash FM, they were all here. They got the opportunity to do it. So you could understand where they are headed. It's an agenda. They put all these radio stations together. Newspaper propaganda, they're all preaching. They don't have content. Right now, I can tell you to go on all of their multimedia to be any 100 views because they don't have anything to talk about. All that they have to do, say, morning and night, diffuse it and make sure the criminals are protected. Finito. A whole congressman in the United States of America has written a statement, released a statement, and told Ghanaians there is a member of parliament sitting on a national television saying, me apologize to him. But I have never done that, and my interest in the case has reignited. No media house in Ghana talked about it. And then who's a radio good at discussing? No media house. Let it be the other way around. Say, me na me koka asamna. A congressman we ebeka say nye sa no kan kamunim de beso Ghana. Tina me from your inkwasiafo from Asempa, went to me TV, Net 2, multi inkwasiafo. Now, what pisses me off? If you're a multimedia worker today, listening to me, let me tell you something. You have to understand that multimedia is a death trap. Multimedia na muomuno. It's a death trap. It protects a few people. So we are journalist, so we are reporter, so we are wine, and you work with multimedia. You have to understand you have no protection. Kennedy Dabeno can't ask him we say NDC for person muku Erastus Asaredonko last week. Multimedia has not come out to defend or make sure this guy is prosecuted. He needs to provide evidence. They have not come out to the IGP or the CID office to say this guy needs to prove. The NDC quickly released a statement to say this is barbaric. They have to also follow up at the CID office. Multimedia itself, your journalist, a sitting MP who has done it before, a sitting member of parliament who showed the face of Ahmed Swale, and Ahmed Swale was shot in the head. I never knew Ahmed Swale. 99.9% of Ghanaians did not know Ahmed Swale, who he was. He was killed. This guy sat on TV and said, you can do whatever you want to do to him. I will bear the consequences. That's the words he used. Me, I will take care of it. This animal. Ghana for Tabu say Christopher, my Jimmy, Edikwasia Wechi. Nanka Wunya. And as I hear and ukunu, every relative Ahmed Swale, and come with Jimmy Better Bronx was say Kennedy Agyapong aba Nkwasia Fogu Worcester supporting this bull, this fool, throwing his weight around. Uniani Ahmed Swale, o yire no ne yire no ka betina abrocha kasa Nkwasia asem no endre chi obi send me video bi girl bi no ho nyenyenyan bi ewurade yakopon. And I'm say boga because send me this I say and assessor Kennedy girl was and who be just say what is an who bon dear on I drive me who bon dear be what TV so Kevin Tailor Kelvin I'm from Kelvin please my name is Kevin and I made them Kennedy Agyapong oh share no this area ho I drive me who bon dear obia for match no just say what TV so no on TV utumi hua no ho TV so asama ba no no defend Kennedy o twins ha no I'm for him attention but me I'm about $10,000 for platform with. When you say easy, you see where we are now. Needing question Erastus Asaredonko. Ye nimukra multimedia mu nimukra mohu. What happened to your Latifo said? You know what happened to that criminal? Odinam Ghana so a journalist Manaza Azuri. At least you should take some cue from what happened to Ahmed Swale. This same person, one person, and also a Kumu journalist. You people sit there, you're not taking any action. Are you people crazy? I don't respect anybody there because it is better to live without working for it. Because we are doing multimedia, you are in a death trap. Or people come to actually. So unim nyansa, nase unim nyansa pa. you wouldn't join this thing because multimedia and ankasa cocaine this same fool said that. Multimedia and ankasa no cocaine this same fool did that. These guys are not going after him. Also, journalists, you people are sitting there, foolish people. And what hurts is you see all these journalists in multimedia, they sit there, they don't discuss this. One day, he will send his tax to kill all of you. It's Erastus, so it's no problem. What Erastus knows in Ghana journalism, 99% of you, these fools sitting at multimedia, you don't know. Because he's in Kumasi. He wanted to stay in Kumasi, follow the works. Nipa otumiye documentaries on the field, on the ground when it comes to galamse, uncovering the truth. Erastus, he put his life on the line. He is one of the people I respect when it comes to journalism in Ghana. He gave me my first opportunity as a journalist. You people cannot even protect him. Defend Kennedy. Why him? Oh, pepra said the opera zongo bolem. Oh, free and I made a Kennedy girl and I didn't say I didn't be. I didn't because Yugoslavia, Omnin Kramina da to TV so. Shit. Moon be down. You have no idea. Now, see this. My mention idea be about Ghana media. I was somewhere very careful about Ghana media. I'm gonna say Chrono, and it will get to a point. You, the so-called media for the people will turn after you. Because that's what I'm saying. Me assure that people said the same thing in other countries. It came to pass. Because you see, when they listen to the news here, you people are doing them damage. And problem are air cost for Ghana, majority of the media, not all of them. But by 1% penny papa, 99.99 more because they are being fed like dogs. Now, Martin Amidu has come out to challenge Ghana Web. Say, new Attorney General say, Martin Amidu after Ghana Web to provide proof over claims Kisi Agyapong inherited 9 staff. Martin Amidu never said time and office or no nipa 9 ejuma. And so Ghana Web say, oh, Kisi Agyapong said he inherited 9 workers at the OSP office. Now, what is Ghana Web supposed to do? They need to clarify. They need to come up because indirectly they are trying to make Martin Amidu look bad. Because Martin Amidu never said anywhere else, said, no nipa 9 ejuma. They were less than 9. And he said it on countless occasions. So why is Ghana Web saying this? What on my agenda is saying? Now some person who said Ghana Web a bogus. One of the most foolish network platform they are taking advantage of Ghanaians are. Go back, I mean Chama DB. I want about Ghana Web. It's a foolish platform. Omar capitalizing on the brains of Ghanaians who's a Ghana of Jimmy. They don't read, they don't research. So any nonsense they throw out, Ghanaians will absorb it. I mean Chama DB. You see this story? Go to Ghana Web right now and go search for that story. And this story, 27th August. Now it said this. Ban Ken Agyapong from US. FBI must join probe into Ahmed Swale's murder. US Congressman John Hanks. Omuchrosa letter we know. Ghana Web has taken this off Ghana Web. You see? Why do you think Ghana Web would take that news, that particular article off? Because those news will say, oh, and it is not like it was made up. It was a congressman who wrote that letter saying, said the FBI should do this, the American government should do this. Ask yourself why Ghana Web would take this story off. Because the moment this story is still in your archives, they're still there, you can access. It means worldwide. If anybody wants to check what Kennedy Agyapong has done, when they go online anywhere, they should be able to find these stories. But Ghana Web, that is what they do. They have taken the story off. Ask them why. Go to Ghana Web right now and search for the story. It is not there. They've taken it away. Ask yourself why. Because they are there to protect criminals. And then a whole media, a whole platform that has reported the truth. From a congressman, a letter released. I had them to ask them what was the motive behind it. Unless they are working for these people. Unless they are just there making sure, say, Bonnie and Nipabedin or Ghana, no, they will not make the world know. Into the Mashake more Ghana, and I'm Kwasia news no more, Omodema Ghana for. They take stories. And these are things that when you go as a journalist like myself, when I'm talking to my colleague journalists and lawyers and stuff, these are links that you need to prove a case. God being so good, we had a system, you keep this story way before, long time. Ghana Web just took it off. Mumu said, why did they take it off? Why did they take this very sensitive story off? Because the government is operating Ghana Web. They tell you what you need to know. If they say I'm lying, you are watching me, please Google, go onto their website and look for this story. And the caption is, ban Ken Agyapong from US. FBI must join probe into Ahmed Swale murder. US congressman. It is there. Search. If you find it, tell me Kevin is lying. You see, in terms of some media, no, majority, no, they be an before elections, me say, it will get to a point. Moshamu radio, Hoshamu TV, and John Mahama, and but it ting. Our reception hall. Oh, but say, hey, boss, hey, now, what's here? Also, be the man too, or send the end to us. Oh, but it take me war. I think no, I can't show. I'm but one more. Yeni ete ship kausum, and yeni ete asempa, and yeni ete net too. Me say, Moshe Mbronsanos, mo betu reception ho. Say you people are misleading the youth, misleading Ghanaians. When the truth comes, you cover it up. Me say one day. And I'm kind of Agyapong. Why did you move things? Cambodian horse, weak nation, you know? Because Kevin Tailor wants to kill you. Now, we don't. Kevin Tailor is threatening. Now, because Metisa also by my US embassy, from Ghana. What is Ghana na Jimmy na yamu? Mewa. And Kevin Tailor, Agyapong has written to US embassy to go and bring Kevin Tailor to Ghana. So, mu Jimmy. Jimmy na dog. I am musa logo legi. And Jimmy mu logo legi. And a logo legi mu. She. Mun India mo kaki kano. And Kevin Tailor wants to. Me say where years in Sansan ebebo. Kevin Tailor wants to kill me. Say wo Agyapong. Where years in Sansan obenya. In San obenya where years in to Korola Kwame. Into how on saying, why should I hate you? I want you to understand the job you are doing, irrespective of who is in power, who is in front of you. Tell them the truth. That is what I want. That is it. If you do that, and the facts are there, I wouldn't have any cause to mention your name on my show. Never. But when you sit up there with your tribal stupidity, try to malign people, try to indirectly direct the people, because our people lack of information. We don't get access to information. So you sit there, use that small opportunity you've gotten to misinform Ghanaians. That is what I hate. If you can do the job, step out. And yes, sir, one day, monkey will go market. Mosha yeah, and the legal matters. And yet the vim lady, but tay. Or say, why no? Also, any problem, maybe I say, can't be time up. I say, the Okwan, I'm. Oh, but take me war, walk us through, baby, I'll be fair piano, 123 bar. Now, see this. National security must watch Baker Womewo. Sorry if I got your name wrong. For supporting coup in Ghana. Fix the country convener now. Baker. I think his other name is what I'm comfortable with. And Nana B said, I think the guy made a statement on Facebook, or he shared a post, said what is happening in Guinea, whatever. But Nana B no on the Nimnyansa MPP international security in Kochino. Na Tesagana near TCC in some here pana was a chinipa and chinipo. In Kwasiaki can a chinipa. Chesiano, your CID boss be on a petition. Can you boa on a petitioni? Just say, here's also a probino on probi. And the Chief Justice in Namo, your interview, no, Chief Justice issue, Matisse, lawyer, a free fa, sue some people. We are all waiting for the confirmation. Nyoma, I was say, you investigate to a Ghana. Me say, since say, Sakwa we be CID boss, me and Tiwa Krampore ya kwe chiredo. A dear case no what me DH because we have serious pending cases in Ghana. Obi anihu. What you can bibi. And then a Kennedy, every Ghana, Ebas all the way to Bronx. A Dinkra radio, and the radio a whole orange ended 2021. And I could be not him so or no. So a baba or New York say or no say or a pipe say oye de on minim also a journalist and or twin we nim and a Kennedy Agyapong every Ghana we was a Ghana for moniti enyansafo ni bem and or far plane or the Jimmy sa tena plane man and nothing that yare for 2.6 and or bad Bronx and or raiding crack and I see people I'll tell you this and I didn't even have to tell you this when we say a Jimmy for the doors from Bronx now this way Jimmy or she baby a wife on so buy no or call oba so chat radio so oba Jimmy no ho Kevin Tailor ni ti I said about time bi ti so a auto dame and o Jimmy no ho na Ghana for so a Jimmy for no so o free Ghana kotena di nkra radio and o say nipa na oku sa Ahmed Swallows je bi da ye frɛ no de ansuji abo na Ghana police ni wan kan Ghana o ot Ghana or MP or Ghana or powers or Ghana the party or power Ghana wan kan or Ghana or fu plane or betena New York and or betena Bronx and or Kanye o hwa send obu Bronx for any Jimmy 14 hey honorable hey any assembly who sao o man say police dogs and say kwekwa nine why say Australian shepherd and Aussie or to hey wow hey asem we there hey boy hey honorable Jimmy yo why say kontomre and or to hey honorable hey boy na Jimmy sa 3 hours no asoro kofie kwekwanan ukona tuwa Jimmy omo ye no the same thing no hey because onim on Kennedy no o twantro that is how he left his life everything about Kennedy is fake hey sa sika o ka chem so organ you know boa masa na ukrom kwan say Kennedy has nothing Messi Kennedy ni say Rolls Royce o use na yenya part ni biem munko bisa say ne car so twi and am to Rolls Royce e dia be no toye nyoma o twitwi nyina accident car Messi sa nyoma o twi no enti sa ni pastor say Kennedy o Rolls Royce o dim nyansa o twi na Rolls Royce dim nyansa ne ka ba America nka nyansa so obi dem Rolls Royce is a dear Bentley o twi no yenya part ni biem atwam yo 2021 mumbusa ne say ne de na o twi no 2020 say enwura 20 mumbusa no na sa yare fo koliko we nam Ghana oba straight to Edinkra to come and mention Ansuji Abo. The CID boss could not invite Kennedy to come tell him how he got that information and who is that Ansuji Abo. Now come in any way can yabo atwo because Kennedy the lobby member and the CID boss. One question Ghana. You see the foolishness happening in Ghana? Issues are also you're inviting Kofona. We pose questions to them. No, we don't. And kwasiadi ni edi echire. And Musama Pete she CID boss no. Mate say he has sworn heaven and earth to say obe jelly sa Power FM or Babu man or ne Attorney General. They said they will jail him. Mesi Mumbusa can yaboa say. Or say as one beka me boa. Eba body audio maneti. Or no can yaboa no. He was on phone revealing secrets about the president, the security. I never knew that. Said the president of the Republic in Krampono, when he goes somewhere, there's nothing to detect whether there's a gun on somebody or not. We don't even have anything like that. There's nothing to detect to say somebody has a recorder on themselves or not. Do you know? Do you know, sir? Me, I never knew that, sir. We don't even have a machine that can detect voices and make sure we don't use somebody else's face to prosecute. Do you know? These people are all parading in the streets and they are protecting this country. He knows nothing. He can get you people nowhere. Kwekwana is a German shepherd no to. Ne toke teke ena ne bo oche Mr. Ibu ena ne tofia no to na ne bo I just dancing. Hey wow. Hey, yesterday Jimmy sao I say aso no esurubisa. Hey, wow, boy. Me put me hu bi da. Wey. Urade nyanko. The weekend we meet say okasa radio bi so. I think in go to the send him link no. Yesa corner TV was saying this was the same corner guy or no better show so e ka kire wi say Ghana hospitals in Kurane nam ho onya opportunity to interview Kwekwana and odini Jimmy. You see, when I showed that video I gave credit not just so smart. You see, these people are all foolish people. They are using social media to help this government finish Ghanaians more. Na say Ekwana o say the ordinary Jimmy to radio so Emma Kwekwana no Jimmy no when to busa Kwekwana say that statement Kevin Taylor released from the congressman no Oma anything about it. Has he asked his boss, said Congressman has no kind of I am trying to send the credit because Kevin Taylor has released a statement. Na say Ekwana o say the Jimmy no so tiwo. Hey, Kwekwana, these foolish people are parading in the street. Oh, I'm going to call Net2 editor. Me, I've never listened to such dogs. And then they will turn around and come and put some video on social media. Hey, Ghana dear, Ghana say yo. And so when you say Jimmy for no more say Ghana na, no more so and muwa. Yeah, Santifonti, yeah, Jimmy wants say Kruno. Say, everybody go get it. Ubia Benyane dear. Kennedy, I said go to court because me, I'm going to court. Any idea? Now, this will take us into our editorial of the day. It's exactly 6:21. Good time. ECOWAS and AU must be proactive in calling out dictators in Africa and not wait till their coup before they release statement. Ablakwa. Now, we are going to enter our editorial of the day. Coup esuo Guinea. Me will say Kufuor actually be on social media, Facebook, I think Facebook, and the tone, and I'm saying a statement from ECOWAS, the tone in the statement, it shows say there's no leader at ECOWAS. Kuna esuo Guinea no, enye nipa ba kuna eyo. Sa soldier na olidi kuno no nti Guinea o. President Nana Kofa na ba say on behead some units. Enti busa ho say ono ofri na bro chire ba e baby o na ofri ba no oye ku no one hwana mo na yeye. Oni Guinea soldier for na yeye. So it means say there were soldiers in Guinea who did not like what this man was doing. Now, if even such a thing has happened in Guinea, the tone of the letter from ECOWAS, the leader of ECOWAS, Gabi Swami Atiasa said, you only have to be a thief, a criminal to lead ECOWAS. That time I know trust Adiano, na Mahama na ECOWAS chair. O woman si adia take Africa and Ghana. And who is leading ECOWAS? And the foolish tone in that letter. Do you think, sir, when you write such a statement, those soldiers, the whole nation jubilating because an old 83-year foolish man who tried to impose himself on the people by tweaking the constitution, do you think that the nation was set back and say ECOWAS has done well? So the idea into President Sambedi, the foolishness of foolish politicians leading ECOWAS. This is the time you need to find a way to dialogue. This is the time you need to let them understand. And ECOWAS and we see just say Jimina and free and who said John Dramani Mahama was speaking, right? And me who something. Now me share the speech, no, the NDC Pro Forum or whatever, and I'll play his audio here. I was listening to Mahama and I asked myself, say, why can't Ekufuor just speak like this? It's just simple like that. Why can't Ekufuor just speak like this? Like, Ekufuor has never been able to speak without blaming Ghanaians, speak without making us look like we are stupid, speak without making people think that everybody is a fool around him. I was listening to Mahama, I was like, politics is not so complicated. Why can't Ekufuor speak like this? He doesn't need to prove himself too much. Why can't he just speak like this for people to know Sewe Nipa? After this short break, we will take care of the editorial of the day. I told you, it's all about Guinea. Today, we have issues to discuss. You're still watching. We told you it's an extended version. All right, let me get this. All right, you're still watching with Audio Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Tailor. This show is with Audio Respect Extended Version. My producers are called The Ghost Team. If you haven't liked the show on YouTube, let us do a 2K like right now and then start the show. The editorial of the night. It's 1.6K likes now. We are at 1.6K. Let us try and do 2K. And then as we move along, I will talk about it. So if you have not liked the show on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, share the show so that it gets to every single individual who isn't on this platform today to also follow. All right, let's start the editorial with this. Now, listen, this is John Dramani Mahama speaking at the NDC Pro Forum. This will be the basis for our editorial today. Is it time? And I said, Imre Edu said yes to Guinea bit to Ghana, and it's a question I'm asking. But let's listen to John Mahama. Today he spoke. After Mahama, we will enter the editorial proper. You're still watching. With all due respect, extended version. Let me see if I can get this for you.
And there's so many examples of them. When they point about forex rate relation with fundamentals, and then when the same forex thing happens, they say it doesn't necessarily mean that the fundamentals are weak. This is a conundrum for us all. And the question I ask is, how have we all ensured as leaders that when we have touted high economic numbers, it has found expression in the number of jobs that are created within the economy to guarantee our teeming youth a dignified existence within which they are able to meet their needs and those of their dependents? How has economic growth led to actual growth in the lives of our people? So it's not how fast the economy is growing. It is how that growth, is devolved into reflecting in the lives of our people. You can have countries with lower growth, but you find that development and growth of their people is much better. And so it's not just about touting high GDP growth. It is how it reflects on our people. We're at a juncture where these questions have become even more critical. Despondency, disillusionment, and frustration over unmet expectations and our collective inability over the years to translate economic numbers into tangible outcomes and improvements in the living conditions of our people are casting an ominous pall over the enthusiasm that greeted the democratic transition that took place decades ago. Our people are beginning to question whether this whole democratic effort is not only a ruse to guarantee access to the resources of a country to a privileged few elite, to do as they please with it and satisfy their creature comforts to the detriment of the masses who should be the ultimate beneficiaries. The much heralded democratic dividend is fast turning into a mirage far beyond the reach of the people for whom it was intended. There can be no denial of the fact that Ghana is caught in the throes of deep social and economic problems. Mounting unemployment, affecting millions of our young people, ever declining quality of education, problems with our healthcare and agriculture, decaying infrastructure, corruption, weakening and politicization of state institutions, insecurity, unreliable public services continue to make life very difficult for the average Ghanaian. The speed with which hundreds of thousands of young people spontaneously took over social media and demanded that this country be fixed is a cautionary tale on how exactly the people feel about the way this country is being governed. Rather than cynically scoffing at these calls and ascribing political motives to them, and pretending that the genuine cry for help from our citizens is a figment of the imagination of some political leaders, we should be lending a listening ear to these young people, and indeed to our people. The problems of our country and the solutions to them cannot be reduced to a handful of fancy slogans. And so when elections are coming, is free SHS. Next election, Agenda 111. Our problems go beyond this sloganeering. We have problems in every sphere. And so when the young people say fix the country, they're not talking about sloganeering and a partial fix in one segment or an attempt to fix one segment. It's about looking at the lives of Ghanaians comprehensively and making their lives more meaningful. So the problems facing our country and the solutions to them cannot be reduced to a handful of fancy slogans and poorly conceived and implemented half measures aimed at obtaining short-lived political gratification, only to have them inflict deeper socioeconomic wounds on our country and leave more problems than they resolve. Governance is not about empty sloganeering and PR stunts. It should be about methodical steps that are well conceived and thought through to address our problems holistically.
All right, so that is John Dramani Mahama, the leader of the NDC. Now, when you listen to Mahama's speech, there's one thing that I really appreciate about his speech. I don't care what you think, but he spoke as somebody who is also part of the problem we are talking about, the youth of Ghana. That's why sometimes I ask questions like, why can't Akufo-Addo speak like this? Why can't he just listen to the youth of Ghana? Mahama could have come and said that I have built something, so all that the youth are talking about, I don't care. It doesn't apply to me. Because when you go into the kind of things that Ghana for, not yes, fix the country, Mahama would have come out and said, I have done one or two things, so I'm NDC leader. I don't care. It's Akufo-Addo's turn. So let us focus on Akufo-Addo alone. But he spoke like, I am also a politician. I have also been in power. I am also like the people in government. And in fact, it's about time we listened to the youth. It's about time we made them understand or gave them some ears for them to know whatever their grievances are. We need to listen to them. That's why I was asking, why can't Akufo-Addo just speak like this? Tell me, fix the country by, you know. Why couldn't Akufo-Addo just make this statement, KK? And for people, the young Ghanaian, to understand that there's a president who listens. Just that. Why can't Akufo-Addo sit and make statements that will make Ghanaians think that he's not somebody who does not care? Because when we are talking about health, we all know that John Mahama, in our history, take Kwame Nkrumah, take John Mahama, nobody has expanded our health infrastructure. Nobody. John Mahama has done marvelously well. When we talk about infrastructure deficit, as I just told you, when we talk about corruption, John Mahama, just check our president for the Fourth Republic to date. He's the only president who has been able to prosecute his own. When we talk about politicization of state institutions, we know where it is now, today. Every government institution is filled with party foot soldiers. We all know what has happened today, what is happening today. When we talk about insecurity in Ghana, we all know Ande Akufo-Addo. So John Mahama could have said, all the things I'm saying here, about 90% of them, I have done my part. So blame the sitting government. But he didn't. He took the bullet for himself, for the NDC, and took it for the NPP. And in fact, took it for politicians in Ghana. So what is left for them to do as politicians? What is left for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to do as the leader of this nation? Because John Mahama is no more president. But John Mahama is speaking as if he is the president of the republic. He is speaking as if he's speaking as if he is in charge. Now, why do I bring in this John Mahama statement? Why do I bring this into my editorial? Now, all the things that John Mahama talked about, quality of education deteriorating. He has built so many schools than any president we've had in our history. Take Kwame Nkrumah out. When we talk about healthcare problems, he has taken care of our healthcare infrastructure deficit than any president we've ever had. Let's talk about corruption. He did it. He made people know he can prosecute his own. Let's talk about insecurity. During Mahama's time and now, you can see the vast difference when it comes to somebody who was able to handle security in this nation. He could have. But all the things Mahama talked about are basically or directly the same things Guineans were talking about a few months ago. When you go into the history of Guinea, anytime this president tried to touch their constitution, or try to say he will give himself another term, or try to say boom so or try to say untie the youth or the people in Guinea, it is almost the same thing. And then I started questioning me say time as soon for coup to happen in Ghana, but I don't believe time as soon. But it is our action as leaders or party in government, and as our action as politicians to make sure say you drew that point in the crowd, we will not get there eventually. Because all the things John Mahama talked about and saying the youth of Ghana, and I'm say this is the reason why we are saying fix the country. It's not because of a Kufuor you being president. It is because continuously governments upon governments have not proven themselves. And John Mahama is saying, I as a president, a former president, comparatively to a Kufuor, now I have even done better. But I'm not going to say because I did better than a Kufuor, I am going to say I'm not part of it. He is accepting the fact that they, as politicians, they have disappointed the youth. Now, these were the same things. These were the same problems people in Guinea have been going through. These were the same problems. The youth, they were speaking. They were having demonstrations. They were saying the government, the politicians are supposed to understand their problem is supposed to be their problem. They, the citizens, their problems are supposed to be the biggest problems of the politicians. But the Guinean president and the Guinean government ignored because they thought that they had power. They controlled the people and that they could do anything with them. Now, a soldier who was trusted by this president, at the end of the day, organized the coup against this guy. Now, some people from the news, we all got to know that sa soldier ni we kura odi ku we nim no. Yakofa di fra broche no buy na president ni trust say ombeye djuma bi ma no. Me masma me kan say soldier ni no nko ba no enipa ba akopɛ. But soldiers for no mo kuro nim no, the military men in that country who were there before he came, they decided to support him not because they are mad, because they know what was happening on the ground. And when I was here, it should tell you something. Said the military, the security forces, they are not foolish. They also live amongst us. They know what is happening. Because if the president of Guinea, not only say he's gotten everything under cover, no say no soldier will rise up against him. Now believe this, he has been able to control everywhere to the point whereby on one wingman or the naba to handle the most sensitive part of his security. But at the end of the day, that man who came and he okuta different mind, he came to listen to the plight of the people. And nobody died. The jubilation wasn't even by the army, it was by the citizens. Senka citizens, all the things they were telling this government, this president, to take care of. Because obviously, the Guineans knew or know for a fact to say, problems no more can in there. And yes, our president won't go and start yet. It was there before this guy became president. They have been in Guinea before this man was sworn into office. So they were not saying, say, you are president today, so do everything, but at least show some kind of sympathy. Show some kind of I'm trying to find the word. Show, say, you care. But it looked like this president ignored the people the same way another Kufuor is ignoring the people. It looked like this president was so power drunk. It is looking more like the same way Kufuor is so power drunk. It is looking like, say, all the things like health, education, corruption. The president thought, say, because he had power, no Guinean could rise up against him. But when you look at this scenario very well, and then a man for Guinea say, Ghana is closer to this same thing that happened in Guinea. Very close. Even we are closer than we think. We are closer because at the end of the day, we have a government that does not care, does not listen, does not speak, does not listen to the people. We have a government, a president who cannot even just meet the youth and tell them, tell me your problems and let me answer you, and then we will work together hand in hand. We have a president who is so selfish, behaves and believes in autocracy, a president who thinks everyone's view or anyone's view is stupid to him except only his views. This is what gets the people angry. There's one good thing about this Guinean coup, and it's simple. Nobody died. Nobody died. So it means the civilians and the military, they believed that there was supposed to be a change. No one died. The military, nobody died. But the president, at the end of the day, has been kicked out. So it showed that the civilians and the military, they had the same idea, because when you say military, they are not aliens. They also live in the system. They buy the same fuel. They see the corruption. They see the autocratic tendencies of the president. They see all the things happening. They are also Guineans before military men. So you could see, say, it was a coordination, the pain the citizens have endured for long. That was the language they were trying to send across. It is out now. Nasa Oshedi Esi wo Ghana. Now Oshedi Esi wo Guinea. We are not far from there. Nobody will pray say there should be coup in Ghana. But from the way this president is acting, from the way this government is acting, the level of corruption, the level of nepotism, the level of insecurity, the level of unemployment, the level of lies, the level of lavish lifestyle these guys are living, the disrespect, the cathedral they had to build in the process, breaking down taxpayers' property, the level of disrespect to the Ghanaian people, it will get to that point whereby the security agencies, and even maybe if the security agencies decide not to take action, the citizens themselves will take up arms and make sure they take that power that they gave to these people from them. It might not end peacefully at the way it ended in Guinea. It might be bloodshed. It might end up in a way that we will all lose humans. We will all lose family members. But we have the opportunity today, like Mahama was saying, we have the opportunity today because the youth of Ghana have actually made it clear. Talk to us, listen to us, do what we want. That is the opportunity we have. He is an ex-president. He has been in that position before. He sees the danger. He said, we at least have an opportunity to meet these people halfway, to listen to the youth. But the president of the day, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, does not respect our views. He and his people in power are so power drunk that today, when you raise issues about insecurity, when you raise issues about corruption, when you raise issues about unemployment, you raise issue about bad healthcare, raise issue about how our education system is deteriorating, they come at you, they go after the people, they want to kill them, they want to frustrate them, they attack journalists. This is what pushes the people to the edge. And the only thing that comes out is these kinds of things. And so when you're a Ghanaian sitting, or when a Ghanaian sitting watching me, thinking that Ghana is different from Guinea. Guineans are nice people. Guineans never want to kill their fellow brothers or sisters. Guineans never want to destabilize their nation. But something will push a man to do what he's not supposed to do. And what are those things? It is pressure. It is insecurity. It is high level of unemployment. It is the government showing tendencies of autocracy. It is when a president decides to disrespect the people. When nepotism takes the lead. When government institutions are being filled with only party foot soldiers. When the president does not respect the views of the people. That is the only way, and that is what makes the people take decisions they don't want to take. Why is Akufo-Addo not availing himself? When the first Fix the Country demonstration hit, I was expecting this president to just step out and say, I want to have a forum, an open forum. I want to meet Ghanaians, the youth, come. Independence Square, wherever, come. Tell me, what's the problem? It's just that. That was what Mahama was saying. Show leadership. The president in Guinea did not show leadership. He showed autocracy. The moment the people think that they gave you power democratically and you turn around to make them look stupid, they will fight against you. I heard Mahama say that what we are doing as politicians in Ghana today is making people think that we are using this democratic process to indirectly use it against the people autocratically. Because then the people go to the ballot every time. The people believe in the democracy. They believe in these politicians. Then when people get that power, then you cannot speak. A journalist speaks, an MP says, I'll kill you. A journalist investigates, they kill them. Nobody can speak against the actions of the president. The president is corrupt. His appointees are corrupt. Nobody. So technically, Mahama was saying that we should not make the people believe that we use democratic strategies to take power and then we indirectly rule them as autocrats. These were the things Mahama was saying to Akufo-Addo and all of us as Ghanaians and all politicians. Because from now, or from what we are seeing now in Ghana, we are living under a tyranny. Because one, people are scared to speak today in Ghana. The culture of silence is out of the roof. As we speak in Ghana today, corruption has taken over this nation. As we speak today in Ghana, the high levels of unemployment is out of the roof. As we speak, infrastructure deficit. What the past administration left, this government has not even decided to continue. Today, Ghanaians are scared to step out of their homes because of the high levels of insecurity. Taxes are high. People are not getting jobs. They are being hunted around because these are the things. That's why I was asking, why is Akufo-Addo, why can't he speak like this? That's all that I need from this guy. That's all that the youth of Ghana need. At the end of the day, everywhere on earth, in Tokwesi, confusion, still, it is dialogue. Why is this president so deficient when it comes to dialogue? Why is Akufo-Addo not respecting the views of people? We are not far away from Guinea. Nobody, I would never sit on my platform and say, go out there should be a coup. No, but what we are doing, our actions, what we are doing today as a government, as politicians, this is a warning from somebody who has been a president before. Our actions will call for those things. Our actions today in power will call for those things. We see how arrogant Gabi is, insult Ghanaians every day. We see it every day. The finance minister takes a first-class flight to the US to cure himself of COVID. Ghanaians are dead. Nobody even is showing any sympathy. We are in this country, how our wealth, I'm talking about our gold, how our royalties are being sold and given to people outside we don't even know. These are things that make the young Ghanaian, the citizenry, get angry. Nobody was born as a crazy man. Nobody was born a thief. Nobody was born a criminal. Nobody was born as... It is the system that changed people. The system forced people to become who they are not. The system can change angels into predators. Do you know that? The system you live in, it can change an angel into a predator. It is very important that we dialogue, we meet one another halfway, speak, understand each other, listen to each other, and then find solutions to these problems. It is not always about using police, using the military. It will get to a point, those people you are using against the citizens, they will turn around and come after you. And that is what has happened in Guinea. We are not far from there. We are very close to a coup in Ghana. But our actions can stop that. I will never use my platform to encourage or incite anybody to go pick arm and overthrow a government. Never. But the actions of the government would decide or would show whether that will happen or not. And from what I'm seeing today in Ghana, the president has the opportunity today. He needs to listen to his colleague and then understand that the power belongs to the people. Listen to them. Listen to the people. The fix the country is not a target. It is not against a particular party. It is fixing Ghana. Some of the problems were there even before you, Akufo-Addo, were born. So nobody is saying you started everything, but at least show leadership. It's been how many months now? The intimidation, dragging people to court, all because they want to demonstrate peacefully in Ghana. Your action shows that you don't believe in democracy. And when you keep hitting their tummy, you keep hitting the tummy of the citizens, it will get to a day you will hit, they'll hold your punch and punch you in the face. One day, I said when you keep hitting their tummy, with that power you have, one day they'll hold your punch and punch you in the face. We don't want to get to that point. We don't want to get to that point. It is very important. I just want this president to understand Ghanaians just want a dialogue. Ghanaians just want you to show that you care. John Dramani Mahama has spoken, or he spoke for politicians. He did not take himself out. He took some of the blame. He made Ghanaians understand that we need to do things right. And